Imagine that you are making a delicious chocolate cake. For this, you need various ingredients, like flour, eggs, milk, sugar, and, of course, chocolate. Without any of these ingredients, the chocolate cake could not be made. In the same way, in life, everything that happens depends on many other things. This is the concept of independent origin. Throughout this video, you will discover an understanding of the connection between all things and how they interfere with your happiness and well-being. Each topic is an essential piece of a larger puzzle, and you won't want to miss any of them. If you're still watching, it's likely that something in this video is meant for you. So, get your popcorn ready and hold on tight, because today's exploration is deep. Well, when we study the interconnection between things, we understand that everything around us is like that chocolate cake. Let's think about a tree, for example. For a tree to grow big and strong, it needs several things: a seed, water, sunlight, good soil, and nutrients. If any of these things are missing, the tree cannot grow properly. This shows that all elements depend on each other to exist and function. Everything influences, and is influenced. All things are connected. This is the Buddhist teaching about independent origin. Nothing exists in isolation. Everything is interconnected and depends on many conditions to happen. For example, our mood can also be influenced by many things. The weather, whether we had a good night's sleep or not, what we ate, and even whether we did something fun or not. In nature, this interdependence is even more visible. Birds depend on trees to make their nests, while trees need birds to spread their seeds. The rivers need the rains to fill up, and all the animals need water to survive. It is a continuous cycle where each element is important and necessary. This is the first key point in this video, and it is from this deep understanding of reality that we can begin to understand ourselves better. I wanted to thank everyone who was watching this video, especially the channel members. It is thanks to your support that I can continue delivering more of my essence to you. Deep content like this, which leads us to greater awareness and wisdom, can only reach more people with your support. And the best way to support is by leaving a like, a comment, and watching this video until the end. Seriously, you have no idea how much this helps me. May you receive 70 times more than what you are giving me here. All the content prepared in this video is going to blow your mind. So, hold on tight. We're just getting started. Sampa explained that this idea of independent origin is so powerful that it is one of the main reasons why so many people venerate Buddha. He not only taught us to see things as they really are, but also gave us tools to live more wisely and compassionately. It's as if Buddha had given us a map to navigate through life in a way that makes everything much more meaningful. When you understand that everything is connected, you realize that even the small things we do in our daily lives matter. It's like planting a seed, watching a tree grow. Every action, no matter how small, has a big impact. And when you change your inner self, your external world changes too. When we change the way we see something, the way things present themselves to us also changes. So if within ourselves we seek to do things differently, to be happier, more fulfilled, complete, and to share and do the same around us, it is not just a reflection, but a basic task to create a new reality. After all, it's very difficult to have peace and be calm if you're in the middle of the city's chaos, stressed with work. The key point here is to show you that everything is connected, and that for you to be happy, the task starts with yourself, but also depends on many other factors. There is a story that tells of Siddhartha Gautama's decision to teach what he had learned. At first, you might think that trying to explain something is very difficult, and that maybe not everyone will understand, because they are complex things, and I say this because it was exactly how Buddha felt when he reached enlightenment and understood the depths of life. He thought that his discoveries might be too complex to be understood by everyone. That's because, no matter how pure our intention to see others happy may be, certain teachings cannot be understood through logic, as they won't make any sense, according to our beliefs and judgments. Certain things can only be experienced and felt, and that is what led Buddha to decide to stay quiet and meditate in the forest. But two important gods, Brahma and Indra, learned of this decision and went to talk to him. They told Buddha that, even though it was difficult, some people could understand his teachings, benefit greatly from them. Brahma and Indra convinced the Buddha to share his teachings. This was the beginning of his lessons to help people understand how to deal with suffering and find happiness. It is said that it was thanks to these two gods who encouraged the Buddha that he decided to teach, and many people were able to learn to live better. And even if you don't believe anything I'm saying, this story and these teachings still resonate today, even at this moment in which I decided to make a video. You are here watching. Our actions resonate throughout the universe, and so do our words. Be aware of this. When you place a seed in the ground, water it and take care of it, it starts to grow. This is cause and effect in action. The world works this way. Our actions are the cause, and the result is the effects. Imagine that you woke up early, had a good breakfast, and studied for a test. Later, you took the test and got a good grade. This happened because your actions, like studying and preparing, were the causes that led to the good result. Similarly, if you don't study, you might not do as well on the test. Everything depends on the actions we take. Buddha taught us that the world is like a great web in which everything is connected. When we do something, it can create an effect, and that same effect can lead to other effects, like a chain of events. If you smile at someone, that person might smile at another person, and so on. And if you want to understand more about cause and effect, which we all know is karma, and also understand if you are paying for your past actions, know that I have already made a video about it, and you can check it out in the card that is appearing here on the screen. So, the next time you do something, think about the seeds you are planting. What plants will grow from your actions? If you plant an orange tree, for example, the only thing that can grow from it is an orange tree. Buddha said, do not neglect negative actions merely because they are small. No matter how small a spark is, it can set a haystack as large as a mountain on fire. And similarly, he said, do not neglect small good deeds, thinking that they bring no benefit. Even droplets of water eventually fill a gigantic container. And look, you have probably felt sad, irritated, or angry at some point. We all go through these feelings at some point. This is universal. But let me tell you something. These emotions arise because we don't see things as they really are. Imagine one day you are coming back from work and get stuck in a traffic jam. You might feel frustrated and impatient because you wanted to get home quickly. These emotions are reactions to what is happening around us. In Buddhism, we call these reactions complaints, which are these disturbing emotions. They arise because we want things to be a specific way, but that's not always how things work. In other words, we try to control things and create expectations for them to turn out the way we imagine. Emotions, however, are like clouds in the sky. Sometimes it's cloudy, and at other times there might be a storm, but the clouds are not the sky, they just pass through it. Just as we are not our feelings, they merely pass through us. When we understand this, we can learn not to let ourselves be dominated by it. Because we know that this is only temporary. There is a big difference between feeling an emotion and letting it pass, and not understanding what that emotion is and being bothered by it. Most people choose not to understand why they are feeling something, simply because it is too painful. But look, we need to feel it for it to pass. And we can also train our minds to see things differently. If we know that the traffic will end, that the problem at work will be resolved, we can calm down and handle the situation better. Know that everything passes, and this awareness is the first step for us to maintain calm and the necessary centeredness to solve our problems and conflicts. Know that everything always passes, and having this awareness is the first step for us to maintain the calm and centeredness needed to resolve conflicts and challenges. Have you ever heard about people who dedicate their lives to helping others, like doctors who go to remote places to care for people, or activists who fight for social justice? People who do this from the heart have a greater vision that goes beyond their own needs. In Buddhism, we call this vision the Bodhisattva vision. A Bodhisattva is someone who seeks enlightenment not just for themselves, but for all beings, so that everyone can find happiness and overcome suffering. It's like having a big dream, or your goal is to make the world a better place for everyone. It's having a heart full of compassion and a mind focused on helping others. Because you know that by helping others to be happier, you also find your own happiness. The Bodhisattva does this with daily acts of kindness, understanding, and patience. It is the concept of changing our interior and exterior, understanding that we create realities at every moment, choosing to consciously create the reality we want. The vision of the Bodhisattva is like planting a tree whose shade you may not even enjoy, but which will benefit future generations. They see the long term and understand that their actions have a lasting impact, and this is what motivates them to act with compassion and love every day. Adopt this vision and see your own reality change. Trust me, try this. For me, loving someone is creating causes and conditions for the other person's happiness. But we can only love others if we start by loving ourselves, if we follow the reverse path. Everything we create from this is distorted. Distorted love can be anything but love. It's like a toxic relationship. The person says they love you, but in the end, they make you feel bad, manipulate you, control you, and you allow it. So, where is this love, if not a mere obsession with you and a huge lack of self-love? Well, have you ever noticed how some people can transform difficult moments to help others? Think of a teacher who makes an extra effort to help everyone in the class understand the material. It is an extra effort, yes, but the point is that all of us can adopt this strategy in our daily lives. Imagine if each of us were driven by love, wisdom, and compassion to help others. And I know, this might sound like a utopian world, but my action starts from this video, which might inspire you to do the same as well. When we see someone sad, we can offer a smile, a word of comfort. Small actions like truly listening to a friend or helping a coworker with a difficult problem can really make a big difference. We all have the power to transform someone's day, sometimes with a simple gesture, sometimes a smile, a genuine compliment. It makes all the difference in someone's day. And here comes a paradox. Even though everything around you is talking about you, being a reflection of you, we need to step out of this self-centeredness. Look around, and this is being present, conscious, healed, healthy. We can learn to see opportunities to help others in every situation. Instead of just putting out fires like a firefighter, we can teach prevention and safety to avoid problems in the future. This is using wisdom in our daily actions. By doing this, we are not only helping in the present, but also preventing future problems. And patience is also a powerful strategy. Just like the gardener who patiently waits for his plants to grow, we need to understand that our positive actions take some time to show results. Even when we don't see immediate changes, we know that we are planting seeds of kindness that will bloom in the future. If you plant an orange tree will grow. The key insight here is this: do not choose to do good with the expectation that it will come back to you, and then you will make the world better. Do it because it must be done. Do not avoid conflicts. Resolve them with love. Resolve them with creativity. Be more creative and not so reactive. Conflicts are there to teach us. And the key is all in how you deal with them. If you isolate yourself and avoid conflicts, you can indeed be at peace, happy, and in balance. But does this become an illusory peace? The challenge is here in everyday life. And imbalance is also something that is necessary. Everything depends on how we see and deal with situations. Nothing more than that. May you use this knowledge to live more fully, compassionately, and connected with the world around you. If this video made sense to you, comment happiness so that more people can become aware of their actions. This is a video delving into Buddhist teachings and also my truth, my experience. So, take only what makes sense to you, and most importantly, the secret is in the next video. May all beings benefit from these teachings. Tashi Delek. See you in the next video. Well, we all have dreams and goals, right? Maybe you want to be a successful person, or perhaps you want to travel the world, or simply be a better person each day. It is these dreams that give us direction and motivation. In Buddhism, we call this aspiration and intention. Having a clear aspiration can transform our lives and those around us. Think of it as a beacon that points you to where you want to go. The difference between desire